Not dropshipping, not an agency, not SaaS. But the one-person business model is the most powerful business to start in 2024. Thousands of creators, even complete beginners, are making 10 to 20 to even 10K a month by doing this. I broke down the business model of hundreds of creators, and in this video, I'll explain why it's the best business model in 2024 and how to start building your one-person business today. A one-person business is a business where a single individual runs and manages the entire operation. No employees, no hierarchies, just you. Usually the person builds up some kind of online presence or audience and then monetizes that audience by selling digital products, starting a paid community, or other monetization methods. It's one of the best business models for those who want to live a life on their own terms. There is very little risk. You don't have to deal with payroll and you don't have to manage employees, so your overhead stays low. You don't need a physical location or to hold inventory, so you can work from anywhere. Plus, you have complete control over your business actions. You are the one who decides everything that happens. What a lot of people get wrong is that they think you can't scale past 10K a month on your own. They think, if I want to scale to the millions, I'm going to need employees. While that might have been true a few years ago, let me show you a perfect example of why that's not the case anymore. This is Justin Welsh. He is the father of the one-person business model as we know it today. Before he started, he was working a corporate job that completely burned him out. His income was capped by his time and he wanted more control over his life and his work. That's why he started writing online. Now he calls himself the diversified solopreneur and has over 1 million followers across all platforms. 600K on LinkedIn, 500K on X, formerly known as Twitter, and 250K on newsletter subscribers. And using that audience, he makes over 2 million a year with 0 employees. That wouldn't be possible if he was selling his time, because you can only charge so much per hour. But Justin found a way out of that system. The secret is leverage. You only have so much time, so you can only sell it so many times. You need something you can sell over and over and over again. You need leverage, and your leverage is your mind, your expertise, and your knowledge. To have leverage in your one-person business, you need one thing: an audience. People buy because they trust you, and there is no better way to inspire trust than by sharing valuable content for free with strangers on the internet. Your personal brand becomes your most powerful asset. It's like a salesperson that never sleeps. And that's exactly why Justin Welsh spends so much of his time sharing free information on his LinkedIn, X, and newsletter. If you don't build a strong brand, your one-person business will never be able to support you financially, let alone help you achieve financial freedom. I can guarantee you that. But how do you actually build one? Just follow these 5 simple steps. Step 1 is to pick your niche. What sets you apart from others? Why would people want to follow you? Now, list down 5 things you know most about. Then rank them from what you enjoy talking about the most. That thing is going to be your niche. You can't be successful long-term if you talk about something you don't like and aren't passionate about. Now that you have your niche, find an angle. Your niche isn't enough. Within your niche, you need to be special. You need a unique value proposition. If your niche is golf, what makes you unique within golf? Are you a masterful putter? Did you train with Tiger Woods? If your niche is startups, maybe you sold a business, attended a Y Combinator, or built a business to 7 figures in revenue. Another aspect of your value proposition is your unique perspective. For example, maybe you're a filmmaker who focuses on making cinematic movies using only your cell phone. To find your value proposition, look at your history. Do you have experiences, achievements, or credentials that make you unique? What unique perspective do you have on the thing that you're talking about? Now, step 2 is creating a brand. First things first, you need to start by getting clear on your purpose. Your purpose is the through line of your personal brand. It's the reason for creating content. For example, if you're creating content on entrepreneurship, your purpose might be to help people escape the 9-to-5, like I did last year. Or if you were creating content on fitness, your purpose might be helping people over 40 get in the best shape of their lives. Your purpose is what makes your content specific. Next, you need to create your narrative. Your narrative is your personal story that makes you authentically connect with your audience. People don't just want to connect with a generic picture-perfect brand. They want to know that there is a real human on the other side. Alex Hormozi's narrative is that he defied the wishes of his father, drove across the country, and started a gym. Because he could barely afford to keep the lights on, he slept on the floor of the gym instead of renting an apartment. He went all in on learning skills like sales and marketing, inhaling books, and working long hours. Eventually, the gym became a success. Since then, he's helped hundreds of gym owners build successful businesses using systems he's developed and earned an 8-figure net worth in the process. Now, to break this down, Alex's narrative has all the key elements we're looking for. It starts with an inciting incident, it shows his trials and tribulations, it shows how he overcame those challenges, and it shows how he fundamentally changed. Your narrative will be the most powerful if you follow this template and show the whole range of experiences that made you the creator you are. The last part of creating a brand is creating assets. You'll need a high-quality headshot that you can use as your profile picture and a well-designed banner image. If you can afford it, it's really worth investing in a photo shoot to get a high-quality photo. People do judge a book by its cover, so a cell phone selfie will put you at a disadvantage. If you can't afford a photo shoot right now, you could always try AI headshot generators as well. For a banner image, make sure to choose colors and fonts that represent the vibe of your brand. Colors and fonts give the audience subconscious messages about who you are. You can hire a designer on Fiverr to do your design for you without breaking the bank. Alternatively, you can also make one yourself using Canva. Step 3 is to pick a platform. I would recommend having only one when you're just starting out. If you're good at writing, go with LinkedIn or X. If you're good on camera, go with YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok. You'll also want to take into account where your target audience spends their time and where your content style fits best. Now, a strong strategy for starting out is creating short-form content first. When you're just starting out, the reality is you won't know exactly what type of content will resonate with your audience most. So you want to get as many shots on the net as possible. And short-form content is a lot easier to create than long-form. Short-form is the perfect testing ground for long-form content. Once something goes viral, you know that topic will work well for a long-form video. Now, I can't stress this enough, but it's important to stick to one platform initially. It's much better to publish more content on a single platform than a thin amount of content across many different platforms. Each platform has its own idiosyncrasies as well. So you want to spend time engaging with the community and learning what works best on the platform and what doesn't. Now, once you have built a large following on that one platform, you can use it as leverage to expand into other 2 key areas. First, you can take all your most viral posts and reformat them for the new platform. A viral thread can be turned into a carousel post or a video script. Secondly, you can reach out to creators who have large audiences on the platform you want to grow on, but who don't have an audience on the platform you're big on. Then you can create a mutually beneficial agreement to help each other grow and expand. Step 4 is to deliver as much value as you possibly can. If you want people to trust you, you need to give them more than you take from them. And that means you have to deliver value as much as you can. If your niche is fitness, give them the exact step-by-step guide you use to lose 50 pounds. If your niche is cold email, share with them the exact emails you send to get over 50% open rate. If your niche is becoming an influencer, give them a list of hooks you've used to get over 100K views on TikTok. The biggest mistake people make when trying to build an audience is that they don't share their secrets. You want to give people so much value that you almost feel uncomfortable giving it away for free. When you're just starting out, don't ever charge your audience for anything or try to sell them a product or service. Building an audience is like building your balance in a bank account. You want to make a lot of deposits before you start making withdrawals. Half the battle of building an audience is delayed gratification. Another tip for building an audience is rooting your content in how I, not how to. With how I, you're taking the audience on a journey and sharing unique lessons gained through experience. With how to, you risk sounding like a generic blog post and sharing tips that aren't even unique. Next, you need to engage with your audience. Make them feel like you're someone they know, someone they can go to for advice, and someone they can talk to. When building an audience, you need to adopt the mentality that you are building a community. The relationship must go 2 ways. You want to provide provide. This is the only way to build trust, and that's exactly what you want and need at this stage. Value should always be your priority. If you just provide enough value, the followers will come. But before we move on to monetization strategy, make sure to sign up for a free 30-day checklist for the one-person business model. I created it because so many creators are unsure what to tackle first. If you sign up at the link in the description, you will get a comprehensive checklist of most important tasks you need to do to build a one-person business. It's completely free and will make sure you don't waste time or get overwhelmed. Okay, now once you've built your audience, you can monetize. Again, I would not recommend doing this too quickly after starting, because if you do it too early, this will make building trust harder. It will feel like you're just trying to sell to them instead of actually helping them. But once you've built a significant audience, like 10,000 followers, you are ready to start monetizing. There are plenty of ways to monetize, but only one I recommend focusing on if you want to build a sustainable business. Some platforms let you generate ad revenue from the views you get. On YouTube, you earn on average between $3 and $10 per 1,000 views generated, depending on the niche you're in. On TikTok, you earn on average between 2 to 4 cents per 1,000 views. But keep in mind that it is relatively easier to get views on TikTok than it is on YouTube. On X, Elon has also introduced the ad split with creators, although it is currently unclear how X decides which creators get what amount of revenue, and we'll update you on that as more information becomes available. Or you could do brand deals. Brand deals are another form of advertising where you seamlessly promote a product in your content. There are 2 ways that brand deals work. First, brands will offer to pay you a flat fee based on your audience size for a single post or number of posts. Second is a commission structure where you'll receive a percentage of revenue for every sale you generate. This is tracked by using an affiliate link that is unique to your post. Or you could also sell merchandise. However, it involves upfront costs for production and inventory management. Profit margins can be slim, and success often depends on having a true, loyal fan base. I don't really think either of these 3 are best for a one-person business. Now let me explain why. For ad revenue, you're completely dependent on the platform you're on. If the algorithm changes, you are screwed. For brand deals, promoting a ton of different products on your account can start to make you seem like a corporate spokesperson. Over time, it can really degrade the trust your audience has in you. Once in a while for the right product is okay, but I wouldn't base a business around this. For merch, you have to deal with shipping, inventory, returns, unhappy customers. A lot can go wrong. But there's another way to monetize that creators are using to make hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month. And you can just build it once and sell it millions of times. I'm talking about digital products, baby. Digital products such as online courses, ebooks, and memberships are a scalable and high-margin revenue stream. Unlike ads or merchandise, digital products perfectly play into that leverage I talked about earlier. You create the product once, and you can sell it millions of times. There is very little overhead, and you can sell it again and again without additional production costs. Digital products are perfect for the one-person business model. If you create an online course, you can sell it to thousands of students without having to recreate the content each time. You don't need to hire employees because there is very little to manage. You've already created the product and you just keep selling it. Unlike physical products, which require inventory, shipping, storage, digital products have minimal overhead. You don't have to worry about manufacturing costs or logistics. The profit margins for digital products are also significantly higher than for physical goods. Because there are no recurring costs associated with the inventory or shipping, you keep a large portion of sales as profit. But to do that, you actually need to create a killer digital product. So here's how you do that in 4 simple steps. Step 1, identify your audience's pain points. Start by understanding what your audience struggles with or desires. What problem do they want to solve, or what goal do they want to achieve? Literally just talk to them and find out what they're dealing with. Go to subreddits where your ideal customer hangs out. Read the YouTube comment sections under videos related to your topic, or even just ask ChatGPT to see if it has suggestions for you. Once you find a pattern, that's the pain point you should focus on. Number 2, brainstorm product ideas. Once you have the problem you want to help solve or the goal you want to help achieve, it's time to brainstorm product ideas that can do that. Take your pain point, write down ideas for a product that can solve this. Maybe it's an ebook, maybe it's a course, a cheat sheet, a checklist. The key thing you need to do is ensure that your product has utility. It needs to specifically help a person achieve transformation. Now, step 3, validate your idea. Before you actually invest time into creating your product, you should validate your idea. Share your concept through a poll asking if your audience is interested, or even create a pre-order to see if people will buy. You don't want to spend time on a product that people don't want. Step 4, create your product. Once you're sure that people want your product, start creating it. First, make an outline with everything that should be included. If your product is 8 productive hours a day planner, list every single thing your buyer needs to actually achieve that. Then break down all of that into simple sections or modules. Create a detailed plan that includes key topics, learning objectives, or extra material like quizzes. And then actually go ahead and create all of those. That brings us to the last and most important step, your launch strategy. And what part of what puts you ahead is your launch strategy? You built up your personal brand, so 50% of the work has already been done. The first thing you need to do after that is creating buzz around your product launch. What many creators do is take the pain point their product solves and create a bunch of posts around that idea in the weeks ahead of the launch. This keeps the pain point fresh in the minds of their audience and makes them more likely to buy the product when it launches, because they now actually want to get rid of that pain point. And once you create that buzz, you should start focusing on the actual marketing. The smartest thing you can do is start building an email list. Email marketing consistently outperforms other channels when it comes to conversions. Studies show that businesses with email lists sell 138% more than those without. To build your list, you should direct people to the list and all of that content you're already making around the pain point. For example, if you're selling a copywriting course, you can create a YouTube video titled "Why Most Copywriters Suck." In the video, you tell viewers they can get a free checklist to help them improve their copywriting skills. They then give you their emails so you can send them to the checklist, and boom, they're part of your email list. You can then use Kajabi to nurture these leads by sending them valuable content. Here, too, you shouldn't just try to sell to them, but your email list should become a valuable source of information to them, so that every now and then you can just plug and sell your digital products because they trust you so much. With your email list, you are really building a long-term relationship. It's not just to sell them this product, but you can sell them any product you ever launch in the future. Having an email list means you own your audience. Unlike with social media, where YouTube could ban you whenever they want and make you lose your subscribers, an email list is a direct line to your audience that you own. And because you have been providing value, building up all that trust, and never selling your audience anything, now is the time to sell. At this point, after doing all this work, it's fine to, for once, just blatantly push your digital product and say, "Hey, buy this, it will help you." And I guarantee you, you will make a ton of sales because of all this work that you've been doing to prepare. And that's why the one-person business model is the biggest opportunity of 2024 and how you can take advantage of it right now. But none of it will work if your digital products suck. That is why I recently made this video to explain how to make digital products so good you literally cannot stop making sales. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.